Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smiths in the Black with the Nightly Vid, and we get an inside day for the SPY. One of the things we saw was big problems on the New York Stock Exchange, so that needs to resolve. They're still trying to figure it out. So if you look at stuff like Oxy, here we go, Oxy, a bunch of this stuff. Look at this. They need to resolve this, and they said they're not going to do it until after the close. So we're going to have a lot of bad ticks, a lot of mess here. So we're not going to waste any time. Obviously, we've got Microsoft earnings coming out, and they're better in an inside day to the upside. So the question is, what we prefer on an inside day is to open and then break to stop guys out. But once you gap up, then you're a potential 3 down. So that's what we want to look for. So we're not going to waste too much time here because, like I said, a lot of this New York Stock Exchange stuff has to be resolved. We're not seeing that, all right? And I can't stress that enough. Tesla earnings tomorrow. Tight range day. We'll see how that goes. So we're really on top of the earnings here, and that's all I can say, especially with this New York Stock Exchange nightmare of all these bad ticks and all these whatever they're trying to come up with. We don't know. So we need to find out that a lot of the big cappers were halted. Exxon was halted. How do we resolve this kind of thing? So we want to see if all these charts clean up in the morning. If they come out with anything, everything, MPC, so many of these things. So, what we're always trying to do is gauge the strength and weakness of the market by the stocks and the sectors. But until we can resolve this, no idea. no idea. And that's why we're going to be going with the gappers. And the good thing is we do have earnings season. So we'll be watching our Microsofts, see if it can maintain right now. Trading about 250 something. So up into here. Now, is it weak enough to go 3 down? Is it strong enough to do this on the month? Here, take this out. But you can see this pretty much 4 or 5 months still sideways. Yes, gaining, but can it maintain? So we're still on a pretty much hour-to-hour basis in this market because we know stuff like the diamonds. We got Boeing coming out too. Handily inside month. And how are we going to get out of that? And we're getting closer to February, and we know with the diamonds, they're closer to breaking to the upside out of this broadening formation. SPY, dead in the middle. So, we're going to let all these earnings come out here and play them as we see them. And like I said, we got to see how this New York Stock Exchange resolves all these bad prints or whatever happened. It was sad to see that they're saying we're not going to know until after the close, and who knows? It could be days, and that's why I called off trading any listed stocks today. I was like, no way, because whatever happened could happen again, and are they going to honor these prints? What are they going to do? Right? So we need to see that. So on that note, let's let Microsoft open, and of course, whenever there's earnings, they're going to have conference calls. That could change things. We want to know that. So we've got a bunch of earnings, and that's why we're opening up the trading room at an hour earlier to see, how are they disseminating this overnight. So on that note, we'll see you in the morning. I'm Rob Smith, Smith the Black, the Nightly Vid.